You have claimed that Muhammad is an intercessor on Judgment Day. But Muhammad, by his own very words, has said someone who invokes curse cannot be an intercessor.
There are general rules and then there are exceptions to the rule.
No, we understand it.
No problem.
Muhammad, we understand it. But show us that this is general.
That's it. That's how it works.
Show us that this is not specific.
No. If you don't let me speak, I'm going to go.
We're giving you time to speak to over there 2-3 minutes. Then we time to give you another minute. And you're still waffling.
I'll ask you a question.
I want to ask you a question.
Your question for
Huh?
I just want to ask a question.
No,
We've dealt with you.
So,
what are they going to ask about? You know,
Okay, what you can
murder,
do is,
you know, apostasy.
let's talk about apostasy.
No.
Are you scared? Are you scared?
We're talking about child marriage.
you already know
I'm
Muhammad
giving you a clue.
is
See if he's done his homework. Apostasy. Go on.
That's not our question. They don't want to talk about that.
Okay, so what question?
What's your question, my friend?
We're going to talk about Muhammad.
No.
You're on prophet.
You're asking me what you want me to talk about.
Well, this is our question.
Yes.
Our question is, how can you follow a prophet who cursed people and who also is a sinner, while your hadith says that Muhammad did not come to curse or invoke curse on people? How can you follow a prophet like that?
Well, I mean, it depends on how you define curse. Because the hadith that you're referring to, there's different words for curse. La'na in Arabic. You know, sometimes people need to be cursed. Allah curses on the Quran. In the Old Testament, the Jehovah curses the people. He invokes curses upon them. Many people have been cursed. I mean, I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, so why does Sahih Muslim, for example, 3260-283 say, Darda reported on the authority of Abu Darda as saying, I have heard Allah's messenger as saying, the invoker of curse would neither be a witness nor an intercessor on the day of resurrection.
That one, the invoker of curse.
That's just one.
No, this hadith is talking about li'an.
Okay, which is the invoker of curse?
No. There's different words. Now, this is why it's important to be careful with the hadith.
Can you show us?
Yes.
Can you show us?
You know, there's more than one hadith. There's a process in the Quran called al-li'an. This is where it says witness or intercessor, yeah?
Witness or intercessor?
Yeah, so...
Which is what Muhammad's going to do.
No.
Wait, before we move on, can we clarify that Muhammad is the intercessor on judgment? Yes? Yeah, okay. So I think the question, the question is quite clear that what we're asserting, what the hadith is stating, is that someone who's in a...
Which one?
I'll read them to you in a minute. But the question, we'll read it in a second. We just want to make it clear.
You've got to bring me the Arabic because there's a hadith that talks about li'an.
Just a minute, let's make our point first. The point is that Allah states that one who curses cannot be an intercessor. Did you agree with that?
Where in the Quran?
In the hadith.
Where in the Quran?
I clearly didn't say the Quran. I said the hadith.
Allah states.
No, I'm saying Allah states.
Allah speaks.
No. Muhammad states.
Muhammad states, yes? And so Muhammad, which is the hadith. Allah says, right?
No. The hadith is from Muhammad's own words. Okay, this is a basic lesson.
Okay, let's
Okay, so Muhammad said.
Muhammad said.
Don't give us those.
We know what you're going to say. Muhammad said.
No. The basic lesson of the hadith is Muhammad's word.
Yes.
And then Allah's word is the Quran. Yeah, we understand.
Okay, sure. So
but there is something called hadith Qudsi.
So do you agree with that though?
Which one?
So I'm saying, do you agree that if someone is an intercessor, okay, but if Muhammad, for example, we're speaking about, is an intercessor, he states himself that you can't be an intercessor as well as one who curses. So the two it's contradiction.
What kind of
you say
what curse are we talking about?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It says if you invoke a curse, you can't be an intercessor.
What's the invocation?
But he did curse people. I can read you the curses.
You don't know what the word la'na is.
Let's read some of the curses.
What is a la'na in Arabic?
So are you saying there are different kind of curses?
Yeah. So what's the word? What does the word la'na mean?
I don't know Arabic. You tell us.
So if you don't know Arabic,
Don't hide behind Arabic.
We're gonna hide
You're gonna look like you're running away. I'm still gonna look
Arabic. Listen to me, right? Hold on.
All right. Don't hide.
No. Daniel, this is a waste of all of our time. You know that? this is, you wasted his time, you wasted his time, you wasted this man's time, you wasted his time.
So, Muhammad,
You know why?
let me read you this
One
hadith.
Muslim
Let me read
believes
this hadith.
Islam.
Godwin.
We're not
Do you know
wasting
why?
our time.
Do you know why? No one's
Can we read the hadith?
No, hold on. You can't read the hadith.
How about the cursing?
You don't know how to.
You don't want to talk
No,
about
no,
it.
Aki. The word cursing. What's cursing?
I'm actually. You didn't need to say it, did you?
He's gonna repent now.
You didn't repent. Yeah. But
going against halal.
Let's read it. Let's read it.
No, I don't know. Look.
Okay, let's read it for
What
for
is
the
that? What is
camera.
la'na?
Okay.
What
I'm gonna read
does it mean?
Anas bin
Okay,
Malik.
so he's gonna give you the sources. If it doesn't say the curse that you mean, show us what.
No. What does the word curse mean?
Show us.
What does the word curse mean?
Okay, so
why are you coming to
we're
me
gonna
with
look
my
at. We're
friend?
gonna look at. Tell
Why are
me
you
if this
coming
is-
to me?
So I'm gonna ask you to explain if this is a curse or not. Okay.
Yes.
So Anas bin Malik reported that there was an orphan girl with Salam, who was the mother of Anas. Allah's messenger saw that orphan girl and said, "Oh, it is you. You have grown young. May you not advance in years." That slave girl returned to Salam weeping. Salam said, "Oh daughter, what is the matter with you?" She said, "Allah's apostle has invoked a curse upon me, that I should not grow in age, and plus I would never grow in age." Or she said, "In my length of my life." Salam went out wrapping her head dress hurriedly until she met Allah's messenger. He said to her, Salam, what is the matter with you?" She said, "Allah's apostle, you invoked curse upon my orphan girl." Now, the question I'm asking is,
What curse are you talking
the
about?
question I'm asking is this. We've read
Which
what
one
the
is that?
curse is.
Sahih Muslim 32.
Yeah, Muslim.
So,
Okay.
so
Let
the
me
curse,
give you-
we're gonna read.
Okay.
So the curse, let's
Okay.
read what the actual curse he did.
Yeah.
You have this is
yeah.
may you not advance in years. That slave girl returns. Yeah, so may you not advance in years.
Okay.
Okay, but you're calling me Aki again. You love me that much. I'm not saying much shahada today.
Godwin.
I'm not saying shahada.
Godwin, let me tell you
But
something.
what I'm saying
Yeah, I
is that
understand.
it's a curse.
I understand. Tonight, I'll come back to you. The curse in the initial thing, in the initial hadith that you brought in Sahih Muslim. Let's, for the sake of argument, say it's cursing like la'na, like a la'na curse be upon you. That's the thing. In usul al-fiqh, do you know what this is? What's usul al-fiqh? You don't know? Okay, this has to
You're
be...
hiding behind Arabic.
No,
That's the
no,
problem.
no, it's not Arabic. This is not Arabic. Okay, this is a science. It's a science. All right? Yeah. Usul al-fiqh, there are three things. There's al-am, al-mutlaq, and al-muqayyad.
Yo, can you hear me?
Okay, are you with me here? Al-am, al-mutlaq, and al-muqayyad. Forget about this mas'ala, because this, what I'm about to see...
forget about
no,
that.
I'll come back to it. Yeah, it's a mess. I'll come back... Hold on. I'll come back to it in a second, but you need to understand how this works. Al-am, al-mutlaq, and al-muqayyad. Let's say for the sake of argument, al-am means a general thing, okay? Now,
Sorry, are these curses?
no, you don't understand. This is a very complex thing, which you need to wait for 2 minutes to learn, okay? Sorry to say.
I hope it's 2 minutes.
No. You will learn. It's very
But,
important.
but you're saying that
Brother,
what the lady said,
Listen,
that was a curse.
Listen to me. You have
2 minutes. See what
al-am, al-mutlaq, and al-muqayyad. Now, al-am is if the Quran states, or the hadith, it's a general principle, okay? Something generally, if something is generally stated, respective to a plural entity usually. For example, in the Quran where it says قاتلوا المشركين, yes, kill the disbelievers. It's a general verse. Yes? Now, in order for a general verse not to be, or a hadith, not to be taken on general face value, there has to be something called a qarina. A qarina can take two forms. A qarina can either be something from the hadith, or it can be something from the Quran. It can be something from the Quran or hadith, okay? I'll give you an example. Allah says in the Quran, okay, He says, قاتلوا المشركين. He says, kill them this way, the pagans, for example, yeah? This is a general verse. Now, if that was the only thing that was said in the Quran, we would have to kill all the disbelievers. Yes, we would have to kill all the disbelievers. How? قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر. You know, 929 that you always quote. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you've watched our videos. You're fans.
No, I know that you do.
Okay, no, continue.
No,
Just a bit of you, a bit of you.
Yes, of course. Now, this is a principle that will help you understand Islam, how to understand it scholastically, okay? So,
round up what you
no,
say.
Godwin, I would listen to you if you right?
Round.
Now, a qarina is some kind of an evidence that does what you call takhsis. Takhsis means narrowing down. This is very well known to all of the ulama of Islam, all of the scholars of Islam know this. So, for example, if the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, no one, he said in Sahih Muslim, the one who does shafa'ah, who does intercession, has to come be the curse. Now, if the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself cursed, because he and what he does is what he does, what he says, and what he doesn't get iqrar of, meaning what he endorses, is sunnah, this would be a necessary exemption. The same thing with the Quran, where it says قاتلوا المشركين, kill the disbelievers, whatever. If that was the only verse in the Quran, that would be what it means. But because we know Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not act like that with all the disbelievers, he had Jews and Christians, etc. And there are other verses, yes, what you do is you do Jama' Adillah. Jama' Adillah means you bring all the evidence together and you see Murad al-Shari'. You see what Allah intended with all those verses together. So we say, okay, Allah intended, if we put all those verses and hadith together, for instance...
2 minutes is elapsed, but please round up.
In this case,
you're not engaging. That's the problem.
No, this can't be...
But round up what you're saying.
I'm just saying...
Engage.
What I'm saying is, let's say for the sake of argument, that you're absolutely right.
Yes.
The hadith means this. Yes, no problem. If Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad, he said something, it was a general statement. For example, he says, I'll give you an example.
We've given you the
what do you call it? There's examples of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, there's many things he said, don't do, and then he did it. Yes?
But we're not talking about when he contradicted himself. We're saying that he literally cursed.
No.
Am I accurate? Do you really? Am I really accurate?
Listen to me.
Am I accurate?
It's a principle that you
Hijab, I don't want you to lose the audience, and I don't want you to lose us.
Okay, fine.
So you lost me completely.
Okay, let me come back. Let me learn it again.
So we've seen a literal curse.
No.
Yes?
1 second.
We've seen a curse.
1 second.
So the question is this.
Listen again.
Why is it in this verse?
Godwin.
Oh, wait. Let's address this verse.
Go ahead.
So why is it here? Let me just read to you what Sahih Muslim says. It says, this one here. Abu Hurairah reported it was said to Allah's Allah's messenger, invoke curse upon the polytheists. Whereupon he said, I have not been sent as an invoker of curse, but I have been sent as a mercy. Yes? But let me read this one just above that. Sahih Muslim. It says, Dada reported on the authority of Abu Dada saying, I heard Allah's messenger as saying, the invoker of curse would neither be a witness nor intercessor on the day of the resurrection. This is Sahih Muslim.
Yes.
Wait, let me finish.
32,
6283. Now, the problem is this. Yes?
No, he said that.
You have claimed.
No, that's everywhere.
Wait. You have claimed that Muhammad is an intercessor on Judgment Day.
Yeah.
But Muhammad, by his own very words, by his own words, has said that as someone who invokes curse cannot be an intercessor. Muhammad has contradicted himself and has shown that he cannot be a prophet.
Let me explain to you.
Do you understand that?
I understand what you're saying, but let me explain to you. Once again, what is the sunnah? The sunnah is what we are meant to follow, yeah? What we are meant to follow as Muslims. The Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is nothing. Wallahi, I can give you, if you ask me right now, give me a 5-minute thing, I will give you a hundred.
You're never giving us a 2 minute.
If you ask, boy,
listen, I'm not David Wood. I'm not David Wood, yeah?
Godwin.
Boy.
Godwin.
Yeah, go.
Godwin. I was going to say to you that if you give me 5 minutes, I will give you 100. I can give you 100 verses. Yes, me. I can give you 100 verses where there is a general rule and there are exceptions to the general rule. It's called Am and Khas. The same thing applies with the hadith.
So there's a general.
So the first hadith is general. Of course there are people that لعن الله اليهود والنصارى. I'm helping you here. Let me help you. Forget this hadith. Let me help you. Yes. the hadith says لعن الله اليهود والنصارى اتخذوا مساجد أنبيائهم قبور أنبيائهم مساجد. The hadith says, may the curse be on the Jews and the Christians that they took them for a reason, that they took the graves of their prophets as masajid, as places of worship. Yes. So the point is this: is that there are general rules and then there are exceptions to the rule.
No, we understand that.
No problem.
Muhammad, we understand that. But show us that this is general.
No, that's it. That's how
And
it works.
show us that this is not specific.
No.
We're saying this is
the
specific.
way
So if this is general, show us.
No. This is science. It's very difficult for you to understand because it's a complex science. But here's what I'm
You're making it complicated.
No. But you need to learn.
Because you're not dealing with the issue.
Godwin, I shouldn't be teaching you
viewers,
this.
man,
Maybe I should get money. Give me the money.
It's not religion.
Give me money for this. Yes, you should give me money, jizya. You give me the jizya because I'm teaching you.
He's not giving jizya. He's achieving you.
How many
How much we take? How much we owe you? How much we owe you? How much?
For this?
How much we
this,
jizya?
How long have I been?
No, jizya. How much?
How long have I been talking now?
25 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
150.
150.
Yes, please.
We're not Sharia law. No jizya.
Give me the
Kick
money.
you out of
Give me
the
the
building.
jizya.
Get out of here.
No jizya.
Alright, so
Give me the jizya, brother.
So Mohammed, will you actually do it?
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
You do the
Are you?
issue.
Yes, I am dealing with it. I'm saying that in usul.
Come on, keep talking.
Yeah. We have. Why are you talking to me? Keep talking.
No.
Keep talking. You don't want to listen.
I'm asking you.
I thought you were a sincere guy.
Talk while you
Do you know what? I haven't spoken to you for
you
how
gonna-
many?
you're gonna run
How
off?
many? No, I'm not gonna run.
Okay, go.
I'm saying to you, I haven't spoken to you for many months. Yeah.
For many months.
Or something, yeah, or maybe many years even, I don't know. But I thought maybe today you came to me in a nice way. I thought, you know what? Allah changes the hearts. You know what, like,
Allah changed the hearts, you know. No. Jesus
changed the heart.
Yahweh doesn't change the hearts?
Okay, we're getting on topic.
Oh,
We're
good.
getting on
Yahweh changed the hearts. Fine.
Still with the point.
Godwin.
Actually,
Godwin. I was going to say Joshua.
Brother in humanity. You can say Aki in humanity.
I'm going to make life easier for you,
Go.
okay? I'm going to tell you that there are verses in the Quran that are general. Yes. And
There are verses specific.
yes.
So show us that
show us.
No. Do you know how to find out what's okay? Perfect. Okay.
Show us this Sahih
Now you
Muslim.
ask.
Show us
Okay,
this one.
perfect.
I've been
Now
asking
you-
since the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one.
No. How do you ascertain what's something specific? That's the question. Yeah.
Show us this one.
Yeah. How do you ascertain? That's the question. You have we call alfaz al-umum. Yeah. Alfaz al-umum are phrases of generality, and then you have sighat al-takhsis. You have things which necessitate something specific. Yeah. So, for example, if Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did something that was in opposition to a general rule, if he did it himself, this would automatically render that situation specific.
But you need to show us this Sahih
That's
Muslim.
it.
It's
So
so
you
you
just
show us this one.
Show us this
You'll
one.
give it us. You'll give it us
Then,
general
okay,
now.
so here the question is: Did the Prophet Muhammad
Let me
did he
let's
did he
respond
curse Muslim?
Let's
Did he
respond.
curse?
It's specific. It's good.
So you can't be an
So you cannot be an intercessor. Christian himself. So you cannot be an intercessor.
No.
Okay. So why are you following this guy
لعن الله
who contradicts himself?
You don't understand how the principles of jurisprudence work.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you this question. Yeah. He's confused.
No.
Let me ask you this question.
This is how legal work.
Let me. No. Don't. You're making it.
Godwin, wallahi,
Yeah,
that's
let's keep it up.
Godwin.
So my question to you.
Yeah, no, I understand your question, but
Hold on. That's not my question.
Godwin, I swear,
But you never heard my question.
I swear, Godwin.
Let me. But before you finish, don't hug me. I don't want to hug. Okay. So my
Oh, you don't want to shake?
So why is it?
Get a Google. Get a Google.
Muhammad,
Get a Google.
Muhammad, why is
Is
it?
that halal one?
Why is it that Muhammad?
Hello.
I don't know. James Smith wants his money back.
Listen, take the Swiss away. You're disrupting that.
Money back.
Okay. So why is it that Muhammad then says to Allah?
Yes, Aki,
Wait,
I'm
hold on.
telling you.
Listen.
Yes.
Why is it Muhammad then says to Allah? Every time I curse someone, okay, I want you to make it a blessing. I want you to purify that curse.
No, bro.
No. Muhammad made a deal with Allah.
Godwin.
Not even
Allah making a deal with
Godwin. Okay.
Muhammad made a deal with Allah.
Guys,
right.
I understand your point. But no, honestly, I want to tell you something, right? This is me being sincere with you guys and being honest with you, yeah? Which is good. No, honestly, I want to be totally give you a professional answer. Do you get me?
Professional.
Yes, bro. Like I want to give you an academic answer, and I know you're clever enough to understand it. Honestly, I know you are. And if you can't, please work with me, yeah? There's a difference between the Quran and the New Testament. I'll tell you what the difference is. Yeah?
New Testament.
Yeah.
What is this got to do with our conversation?
I'll come to it, I swear. These are principles, if you learn them, yes, Godwin, you will understand how to approach the Quran more. Yeah. And you know, to be honest with you, I don't have to do this. I'm doing this because it will help you understand.
You're getting the jizya.
Well, I'll get the jizya. You have to give me the jizya. So give me the jizya. Okay? No, I don't.
By the way, are you still going to debate David Woods?
Oh yeah, of course.
So why would you? Why is it that you want to debate David Woods? You don't want to debate. You don't want to continue this conversation.
I am going to continue.
So you're not going to go in.
I'm speaking to you now, man.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so Godwin, what I'm saying to you is this, yeah? The New Testament, the way it works is that you have stories, etc., accounts, narratives, whatever. The Quran is a little bit different. Do you know why? Because the Quran is to be interpreted as guidance, etc., but it's also a legal framework. Like, you know, the same way as a constitution will be interpreted and laws. The Quran is like that, yeah? So that's why you have Sharia law. Sharia law is an extension of the Quran in a sense, because it's what's extrapolated from the Quran and how laws are derived.
No hadith?
And the hadith as well, of course. Yeah,
We read hadith, we didn't read Quran.
I'm not talking about this mas'ala. I'm going to come to it if you want.
But
if you understand the principles, yeah, then you will understand everything.
You keep using these words.
I promise you.
Specific,
I
general.
God,
You're not dealing with
Godwin, I swear, if you understand this, you will understand a lot. I'm telling you.
Give us the principle of the
But
hadith.
if you
Give us the
don't,
principle.
لا يتعلم العلم مستحي أو متكبر. The author of the Sahaba said there's two people that don't learn. Someone who's a shy person and someone who's an arrogant person. Now I'm not saying this because I'm, trying to sanctimoniously arrogate to you. I'm not. I'm saying this to you because I think.
Is it because we want answers?
No. It's because I do think.
We want answers.
Godwin.
And so you don't like when you push it.
Listen, let's be sincere with each other, honestly, yeah?
Godwin, you're not being sincere. You're not
Okay,
dealing with the
you're
issue.
not letting me speak, okay? I swear.
Deal with the issue.
I swear.
You know what, how many
Give him a little bit more
Just give me a
time.
minute. Just give me a minute.
Go on,
Okay,
give
go
him
on.
1 minute. Give him 1 minute.
Because
What I'm saying is that
wait.
if we realize that the Quran is it has to be interpreted and the Hadith legally in a sense, yeah? Just in the same way as constitutions and laws are, we have to also appreciate that there are what we call rules of extrapolation or the derivation of principles from the Quran and Sunnah. So, for instance, I'm giving you, this is something that, forget about this mas'ala, it's mine, it's nothing to me. Wallah, it's nothing, it's nothing.
So it's not, these hadiths don't matter.
Godwin, I'm telling you.
Are you first?
No.
You said it doesn't. You said it's
Godwin, please. I'm telling you this mas'ala, I can give you 100, I'm right now, I'm making your life easier, brother, okay? I'm making your life easier. Do you know why? I'm making your life easier. I'm telling you, I can get you, if you ask me now, I can give you 1,000 examples, yeah, of things like this. The general rule is this, yeah, and this is my premise, okay, and this is how they extract laws from the Quran and Sunnah. You have ayat and ahadith, you have verse in the Quran and you have hadith, which are general, or I call the am, okay. The only way these verses, which are am, can be made into khas is with a qarina.
In 1 minute.
Yeah, I know, but if you allow me,
Can we respond to
no,
this?
but you don't know what I'm talking about.
But the thing is,
But you don't know.
you said you need a minute.
All due respect.
I don't know, man.
Listen.
I don't know. How can I?
All due respect. It sounds like. Wait.
How can I teach
You've
you?
given us your
If
reflection.
you don't allow me, man.
All due respect, you sound like you're waffling. Yes?
Okay, no, but-
You're
Godwin.
You're not. Hold on.
Godwin,
You're
you're
clearly
not.
cursing. And he's saying to
you're gonna
Allah, purify my curses.
Godwin, let me finish it.
He's making a deal.
Godwin, please. I'm doing
like
this
a
for-
jizya deal.
Yeah, jizya.
So
We took
understand
we
it.
took the jizya, no
Right,
problem.
right.
Yeah,
So
and
why-
we'll take the jizya again.
So,
it will
okay.
happen again in the future when the Mahdi comes. It will 100% happen again.
Okay.
Would you think
Watch
that
out, so let's pray.
Yeah.
It never
The
comes.
jizya,
Yeah.
you know what the jizya is?
Okay, so
Anyway,
so
anyway.
the issue is this. Please
Godwin.
deal with the issue. If you
Okay,
can't
fine.
just say, I don't know,
Okay,
I don't
no
understand
problem.
this.
I don't know.
It's a contradiction.
Yes.
Muhammad's
I don't
a
know.
false
I'm
prophet.
gonna leave
Islam.
Whatever you want to do. I'm
I
gonna
want
leave Islam.
Jesus to be my life.
Yes.
Fine.
Say
They
these kind of
will
things.
appreciate
Makes
it.
sense.
Godwin, no
Don't
problem.
worry.
If you want to go, you can go. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my own heart. I'm teaching you something you have no idea
You're
of.
not being very kind.
No, but that's how it is.
You're not dealing with the issue.
I'm teaching you something.
We will come to you.
You're not being very kind.
Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys. If you don't let me speak, I'm gonna go.
Brother, we've given you time to speak to over there 2-3 minutes.
No,
Then we
but
timed
I'm
it. Then
telling
we give you
you-
another
okay, here's
minute.
the answer.
And you're still waffling.
Okay, if you think it's waffling, that's your because you don't understand it.
So your
No, you're not making sense.
Wait,
Okay,
You're not engaging.
wait.
Let me
Your
answer.
answer is this is general.
Yes.
This is not specific. You guys need to go deeper and give me a specific ayah. Or
No,
hadith.
you don't know how to. The way it works is this, yeah.
Oh, we don't know how to do it.
No, yeah.
Do you
don't-
know how to
Yes,
do
I
it?
know how to do it.
Okay. Can you give us
Okay,
1
so-
minute
Yes, yes.
Lecture on that. Just 1 minute.
He loves preaching. Go, take time. You love it. You love it. Let him preach for
Okay. The way it works is this, yeah. There are verses.
Another 1 minute.
Okay, I'm going to repeat myself a little bit, yeah. There are verses and ahadith in the Quran and the Sunnah, yeah, which are general, and then you'll find that which goes against those verses in the Quran, which are general. These are called specific. What does that show us? That shows us it can mean many things. For example, if something is like an amr, this is very difficult stuff. But if something is an amr, yeah, if something is a what do you call it, a command, it becomes wajib. For example, if Allah says something, do this, don't do this, it's wajib. You have to do it. For example, and then if there is a qarina, if there's a specific exception to that rule, it shows us potentially that this can go down from amr to istihbab. The point is wajib to istihbab. The point is this, is that there are general verses and there are specific verses. Yes, the specific verses can either be specific to the individual, i.e. in this case Prophet Muhammad or whatever, or it can be specific generally. So any verse you find or any hadith you find, not just this one, any one you want, yeah, which is general, fight the Jews and the Christians, etc., which are general. There are general verses. This is
So
general.
for a minute, we said we can give you a minute.
Okay, we understand your point.
We understand your point.
Yes, yes.
What are you trying to do to your hadith?
So what-
Because it sounds like you're trying to butcher your hadith. You should be a butcher, no, it's
Godwin, you
yeah?
got-
So give us examples. Give us
Yes,
an example.
yes.
You said you can give us 1,000 examples. You haven't even given us one.
Oh, of what?
Sahih Muslim.
You haven't
Okay,
given us
perfect.
one.
Thank you.
Yes.
Refute
this.
Okay,
Refute
I'll give you one example. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "أمرت أن أقاتل الناس حتى يقولوا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله." فإن فعلوا ذلك, first of all, it says that I have been commanded to kill the people, and nas. حتى يقولوا, until they say أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله. Until they say.
Another one.
Now let me do takhsis of it first, because otherwise how you live, akhi. So obviously, if it was an-nas and it meant all the people in the world, then he would have killed the Muslims as well.
Until they say shahada. Until they say shahada.
See, you're trying to sneak off with that one, aren't you?
Then it would include this. Hold on. Then it would
That's specific.
Yes.
You're right, that's specific.
That's not general. You didn't give him general. You're messing him up. Don't talk.
Listen, you're messing me up, bro.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Don't help him out. You're messing him up.
Who can help you?
الذين قالوا لهم
helping you.
إن الناس. Hold on. Same thing in the Quran. Is
He's not helping you.
Godwin,
But we give
if
you
you
a
don't
minute.
understand the
We give you a
principles, you're not
minute.
gonna be able to. Are you not gonna listen? In the Quran it says,
We've already listened to you.
الذين
You're
قالوا لهم
walking
الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لهم.
Am I right to understand as an observer?
خلاص. You guys.
He's butchering Sahih Muslim, which already identified as the Sahih, and then just telling us actually that's for the general and then specifics, playing all those gentle word games, and confirming Muhammad cursed people, and then made a deal with Allah, turned them to the blessing,
anyways,
and then he's identified as the intercessor,
Intercessor.
and then people who curse they call intercessor. So Muhammad turned up in 7th century, made a claim he's
الذين
actually
قالوا
false
لهم-
prophet, and then now in the 21st century,
yes, you've got the-
Muslims are just sporting that Muhammad is false prophet.
Okay, very good.
Is that correct?
Without him knowing,
Oh, it
you
must
said
be.
Muhammad is a false prophet.
Listen.
Yeah.
So you essentially say Muhammad's a false Why not be a Christian? That's the Christian
Godwin,
now.
listen, let me ask you another question.
Why?
Godwin,
We've dealt with this.
Godwin,
We just dealt with
Godwin, you
this.
don't
Why
understand
not be a
the-
Look,
Christian?
he's come as well.
You've clearly
Godwin, let me say again.
thrown Muhammad under the bus.
Godwin.
Maybe Ali Dawah knows
Show that
better.
Muhammad's contradicted himself.
Godwin.
Wait, I'll give you 1 minute. Let me respond to this.
You don't let me involved,
darling.
Okay, I'll leave you. If you don't want to speak.
You've spoken and let me
You all
respond.
three speak.
So what I'm saying to you is,
I'm giving you.
if clearly yes, you're throwing Sayyid
You know what?
under the bus.
Oh, if that's what you
If you're
understand from it,
showing-
you're my student. I'm gonna give you a C grade for this one.
But you know
I'm gonna give you a D grade for
before
this
you
one.
have
Hijab.
Because
Do you want an
you said
extended
you-
debate? Extended debate on this.
Godwin.
Should we do a debate on this?
Should we do Christian Prince?
Christian
No, Christian. Do you want to debate Christian Prince?
Whoever he is.
Do you want to debate Christian Prince?
Ali Darby.
No, online. Do you want to debate?
He doesn't debate Christian Prince.
He doesn't live here. I don't know where he lives.
Online.
But he's doing debate online. He lives in the United States.
You want to debate online?
Hold on. I haven't got a problem.
When you debate
I haven't got a
online,
problem.
no, you got to start.
Where is the bottom line?
Hold on, sorry. Godwin, listen. I'll tell you.
Why
Godwin,
you
Godwin.
Just 1 minute, brother. 1 minute. Yeah.
Why you
Godwin,
such a
1 minute, 1
Muslim
minute.
Okay, I'll leave you guys. You can talk.
1 minute. Don't run up. Don't run up. Don't. Oh, here we go. He's running away. He's running away.
Why, what happened? Don't run away, we both run.
All right.
What happened?
As a
Why
conclusion,
did you make them run away?
we're concluding that Muhammad Hijab is confused. He's confused. He's trying to confuse us because we are specifically asking from Sahih Muslim that Muhammad is cursing Ibn Salim, whatever the name is, tongue breaker name, and he's cursing that. And another hadith says in Sahih Muslim that if you curse, you cannot be an intercessor. So Muhammad cannot be your intercessor at the day of judgment. Now Muhammad Hijab is saying, no, this one is general. You gotta get a specific one. Okay, show us a specific verse that we are wrong and refute this. But he's not. He's actually going general and he's not answering the question. That's why we kept hammering it, but he's not answering it. Just like Ali Dawud.
Okay. And on top of that, he's throwing the hadith under the bus. He's talking about these generals and specifics. Where does he get these terms from?
I don't know.
Clearly, it looks like in the text it shows that Muhammad was making a deal with Allah. He's saying, listen, when I curse people, turn it into purification, turn it into a blessing. Now, where do we have, where can a human being have the
audacity and the
authority to say to God that, you know what, when I curse someone, turn it into a blessing? What that shows is that clearly, what that clearly shows is that we have a problem in regards to Muhammad. Because Muhammad is a false prophet, and what he's trying to do, because he sins, he's trying to use those sins, trying to cover it up, and conveniently, he wants those sins that he carries out to be covered up by Allah, turn it into a blessing. And there's a major problem with that. And so I would encourage Muhammad Hijab, yeah, whatever his name is, that if he cannot make sense of Islam, come to a better role model. His name
the
is
same
Jesus
yesterday,
Christ.
today, and forevermore.
Hallelujah. What's his
And
name?
his name is
Jesus!
Jesus!
Hallelujah.
God bless you, viewers.
God bless.